Welcome to This Just In, the show bringing you the latest advancements in healthcare, strategy, innovation, and public policy. And now, for the fastest voice in healthcare, here's your host, Justin Barnes.
Welcome back to This Just In Radio Show, broadcasting live from the Georgia HIMSS Annual Conference in Atlanta, the Health IT capital of America. We are going to wrap. But before we do, I figured let's come back on air. Let's talk a little bit about what we've seen, the energy, maybe what we've learned, cool things that we've seen around. What are your thoughts for the day?
You know, a couple of the sessions I did get to were all about clinical, and so I'm excited to see more progress in the clinical side, patient engagement. Different ways we can now use technology to really talk about that consumerism in healthcare that we've been kind of discussing for 5, 6, 7 years, to really kind of see that come to fruition. Right. And to hear from the people that are actually implementing, the day-to-day people. So at the sort of operational level, right, I really enjoyed hearing those conversations. At the strategic level, I loved how you asked every guest about the trends coming up and to hear the different answers. Yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned that before we came on air, and I think it's important to hear perspectives, but then also everybody has a little bit different answer, or very different answers, and so maybe one thing will resonate with somebody else, but then also just to give you those minds thinking bigger or differently than maybe they thought in the last couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, about where the future of healthcare is going and how we can successfully navigate it. And that's the whole thing. If you're going to take the 26 minutes to listen to the show, hopefully you'll be able to glean out, best practices, a key strategy to help you successfully navigate the future of healthcare. It's complicated enough. It doesn't have to be more complicated. We'll hopefully give you some cheat sheets and quick shots to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And the importance of meetings like this.
Yeah. Oh, very true.
Right? I mean, that kind of just, every time I come to a conference, big or small, and this one I would say is kind of medium maybe, it really reminds me how important it is that we do get together, that we have these conversations in person. Yes. Either in the hallway or in a panel session or, on a keynote presentation. Yes. Really super good to just reconnect with everything.
And there's tons of diversity. So you're going to hear lots of perspectives. You're going to hear a lot of the good stuff that's happening. I mean, every single CIO here talked about ambient listening, how it's changing the lives of their care providers, the excitement that they're feeling as a CIO that they've rolled out this technology. And it's cool to see the CIO as the hero again, because we know them. You and I have been in the trenches now for 30 years. We know how hard their jobs is. I even told Chris Parvati on the show this morning, his job is harder than the CEOs. There's no doubt. Trying to make all this work together and be on their butts in the hot seat. Yeah. It's
not
impressive.
Just for the technology, but for the people.
Right.
And
very good point.
Hal said this morning, that's the hardest part of everything we're doing often is the people. It is.
So it's kind of cool to see, all this technology come together. And now, AI is not the future. It's absolutely here. And where it's making demonstrable benefits in the outcomes with care providing, with patient satisfaction. It's cool.
The session that's going to wrap up the conference, as you know, is the CIO panel, the infamous Georgia HIMSS CIO panel. So that's the next session. I'm super looking forward to what the CIOs have to say. I mean, we talked to a lot of them today. Yes, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, no, I'm going to run over there now.
But no, I'm glad you were able to join me to wrap this up. This has been a phenomenal day. I'm glad I'm able to put this in my schedule. I'm hoping to do this every single year. I actually like this new location. This is up in this Gulf South District. I've never been up here before. Yeah. But everybody has said how convenient it is to where they live.
And it's a beautiful facility.
It's a great facility.
It's lovely.
It really, truly is.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, thank you so much. And I will see you hopefully at a show coming up. I don't know if we're...
I don't know.
Well, Fall Forum. I'll probably be at the Chime Fall Forum.
I'm not going to be able to be at that one. Okay. Erica on my team will.
Okay.
But I'll definitely be at HIMSS in Vegas next year.
Absolutely.
If I don't see you before then, I'll see you there.
You will. March 9th in Las Vegas, 2026. HIMSS 26.
And we will be on Podcast Row.
Absolutely.
With Health Care Now Radio.
You got it, Healthcare Now Radio.
Show.
And Health Podcast Network and the whole crew and all the HIMSS team. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time.
I'll probably have some of my show on there and perhaps even Gil will as well.
I hope absolutely will. And then let's talk about strategy, but other things we talked about continue to elevate the authoritative voice.
Yes, as a matter of fact, maybe I'll have you interview me about that.
Would love that.
Finn has become quite the expert in that, using our London team to talk about the change from SEO to GEO, and how the answer engines are going to be looking for expert voices, authoritative voices going forward.
Fantastic, love that. And well, just so you know, that is actually how we set up internally to my private company. our LLM to pull only from those types of voices. And to what you brought up today, but it goes back to, you need to know your foundation. We talked about this on air a couple weeks ago even. In the playbook that I published, talk about, you need to set up your AI foundation, your large language model, because you want to pull from, peer-reviewed articles, know the content, expert, fact-based, evidence-based medicine, or whatever trusted source, because so that's, it goes back to feed that strategy. A lot of people have not set these up that way, and so it's very important that you do for that exact reason.
And that's, I'll wrap up on my last comment, is that I do see this organization, the Georgia HIMSS, as a trusted source.
Absolutely. The level of this conversation today has been actually magnanimous. So again, Beth, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you to all my show participants, and certainly the people here in the crowd, the listeners, all of my AMD and AWS are great supporters, and certainly Beth Friedman, Finn Partners, you guys are amazing, and the entire HIMSS Georgia board and leadership team for the opportunity to broadcast every single year here. And again, thank you to all my listeners. Please tune in weekdays at this show broadcast 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. As always, you can find me on LinkedIn at Justin T. Barnes, or track me on Twitter at HT Advisor, and use the hashtag ThisJustinRadio so we can respond to your comments from the show. If you missed any of this episode or want to hear more, all my shows are posted on YouTube, Spotify, Apple iTunes, Amazon Music, Megaphone, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn.
You're everywhere, like Roy Kent.
Exactly. Yeah, right. That's great. Thanks, everyone, and that's a wrap. Have a great rest of your day.